The man on the farm. I was 17 when this story happened 3 years ago now. I was working at a old pizza shop right on the edge of my town. For context, the town I was in is an affluent, suburban town, surrounded by a bypass which loops around the town. Around my town is some farmland, and main roads, where all of the blue-collar workers moved to after the town was gentrified 10 to 15 years back. This pizza shop was around for 20 years, and was very catered to these same blue-collar workers. It's around 9 p.m. and a call comes in for 2 pizzas, and a 2-liter of soda. I'm the only driver in, so I have to take the delivery out. It's about a 10-minute drive to get to the location. There I have to drive up a long, gravel driveway that took 5 minutes to get up. My car really couldn't handle the gravel and how rough it was. Arriving at the place I see a nice house, and 2 barns plotted across the land, with wheat 5 to 6 feet tall surrounding the whole property. I've always been really anxious around farms because of how creepy I think they are. Being at this place when I felt truly all alone really started to make my anxiety flare. I decided to call the number on the order because I have no idea where this guy wants me to go and drop off his food. After about another 5 minutes of absolute silence, the man picks up. He had a very deep and raspy voice, like he's been a career smoker, which didn't do anything to help me feel better. I was told to meet him at his truck at the far barn on his property. I am now properly shitting myself as my mind races of all of the worst possible things that could happen to me. I pull myself together and muster further into this guy's property. I see the man's truck as I round one of those cylinder storage units where I see his F-150, and him inside. Instead of getting out I call him, and ask him how we should do the transaction. In that same deep voice he instructs me to get out of my car, and put all of the food onto his truck bed. Since he paid with his credit card already, I thought this would have been over in 10 seconds. I do what he tells me to do, and walk over to the passenger window so that he can sign his receipt. The man looks to be around his mid-40s, heavy set, with a scraggly black beard and a trucker hat. I'm a pretty skinny guy, so with my mind already racing on the being kidnapped, or murdered I really don't feel safe around this guy. I ask him if he has a pen on him, because I forgot to bring one. I was pretty bad at my job, and he did not have any cash on him. He stares at me with these cold eyes, and points into the back of his truck saying to me, "If you ask me for a tip I'm going to be sticking this tip down your fucking throat," where he has a double-barrel shotgun just in the back of his car. I'm frozen in fear as I'm registering that this man has just threatened to kill me. Not only that, but this is the second time this has happened this shift. Yeah, I kid you fucking not. The first time was because I messed up the address for a house, and a man in his 60s wearing a cowboy hat and a fucking WWE belt comes outside and says he has the right to shoot trespassers. When I was just trying to see if I was at the right house. The only thing I can muster out is okay, and I get back into my car and I get the fuck out of that farm. I was going so fast on that I fucked up my car from my car bouncing around on that gravel path. I go 80 all the way back to the pizza parlor, where I tell my coworkers what happened. None of my coworkers took me seriously and just thought I was playing this up for a joke. I go home, and forget about it pretty quickly, but a year later I'm working the lunch shift and the same man calls in and orders a pizza. Now at this point I am refusing to take this order, but this was during COVID, and the place was on its last legs already, so management forced me into going anyways. It was only 1 to 2 p.m. on a Sunday, so at least my fear of the dark would be covered. I get there and the man is waiting for me at his actual house. He recognized me, and out of all things started apologizing to me for what he said. He was excusing it, saying that he just started going through a divorce, and was struggling with his emotions. I just wanted the whole thing to be over with, and he gave me $60 for what happened. Still, to the man on the farm, I hope we never meet again.